Hey y'all, I'm hoping you're having a great week so far. This week I spent a lot of time in the kitchen, from cleaning out my refrigerator and organizing it to trying 2 new recipes, and with both recipes I learned a couple of lessons.
I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not.
I thought I would just share the lessons that I have learned from making these 2 recipes with y'all in case they help you, or in case you have any tips to help me.
With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
First, we're going to make the red velvet cake, and for this cake you need a half a cup of butter, 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of red gel food color, 2 tablespoons of natural cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon vanilla paste, I just use vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a cup of sourdough discard starter, 2 cups all-purpose flour, and 3/4 cups of milk. Here is the first thing I did different. I did not have red food coloring, and it's funny because I was wanting to make a red velvet cake, and I was telling my husband, I'm gonna make a red velvet cake, and then I got to look and I was like, oh man, I can't, I don't have any red food coloring. And he's like, well, can't you just make it and it won't be red, it'll just be like a chocolate cake? And so that is exactly what I did, and better because it doesn't have the red food coloring in it. This cake was super moist and delicious. I loved this cake, and I will be making it again for sure. So instead of the frosting that the cake suggests, I actually made a Cool Whip frosting with 8 ounces of Cool Whip, a small box of instant vanilla pudding, then 3/4 cup of milk, and 3 tablespoons of confectioner sugar. Both recipes I will definitely leave down below. I highly recommend you try them because they were so amazing. The next recipe I am making is the quiche, and again, I have never made a quiche in my life, but I had frozen eggs, and I also took out a pie crust the day before for a beef pot pie, and then I ended up not making the beef pot pie, so I needed to use the pie crust. So I thought, okay, well, I have these frozen eggs, I have this pie crust, I have a package of bacon that I have no plans for. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a quiche. Now the recipe that I am going to link down below said to use ham, but I didn't have ham, and I thought bacon would be better anyways. I don't know. You can let me know down below if you prefer ham or bacon or both in yours, but I made mine with bacon. And I learned a few things with this as well. For one thing, I learned to cook the crust before I added everything because the crust did not get firm like I wanted it to. And secondly, I think I want to try it without the frozen eggs, with eggs that I just have in the refrigerator, because I don't know if maybe using frozen eggs kind of alters the consistency of it. I'm not sure. It turned out good. Everything was great. I just know for me, there's a couple things I want to tweak on it. I want to try it baking the crust first, and I also want to try it with regular eggs, not frozen eggs. But that is the 2 recipes that I made this week. I highly recommend you try both of them. They are awesome. Maybe you make quiche all the time. We're not big breakfast people in our house. I keep breakfast food on hand just in case somebody wants breakfast, but usually we don't eat breakfast. But the quiche I thought would be, for one thing, it's something new I've never made before. I had everything for it, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to try it. But again, it's not something I will make all the time just because we don't eat it. But it was pretty awesome to try something new that I had never made before and to see if everyone would like it. And then on Friday, it started snowing like insane. Started snowing Friday, didn't stop until, well, actually, it's been snowing pretty much off and on since then. And I think altogether from the lake effect snow that we had this weekend, we got 18 inches of snow.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back.
Thank you so much for being here and watching my video. If you haven't already, I hope you will subscribe and leave a comment and let me know if you make quiche all the time or red velvet cake or both. And let me know what you put in your quiche. And Lord willing, I will see y'all on the next one.